Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. It's the 1970 Washington quarter from the United States of America. It says Liberty at the top, In God We Trust under his chin, Washington facing to the left, and then 1970 down here at the bottom. If we want to look for the mint mark, if it's back here and it's blank, that's a Philadelphia mint mark, or a mint, not no mark. And then back here is the D for the Denver mint. Okay, so Philadelphia blank, Denver here, and then way down in here, we might just be able to see a J and an F. See right above the O to this side, right above my pen there, there's a little indentation. That's a J and an F for John Flanagan. John Flanagan was the engraver of these coins. And on these ones, we can't see it very well at all, but I'll show you a couple coins later where you will be able to see it. This is a copper nickel clad copper coin with 119 of these ridges on the rim. If we turn to the back, we see that it is the eagle holding a sheaf of arrows. Look how worn this is. United States of America at the top, it says E pluribus unum here. There's the eagle. Not many feathers, but there's some there. A olive branch here, and down at the very bottom it says $quarter. These coins were made at the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and they were also made at the San Francisco Mint. If you are looking for these coins, one of the things that's really hard to find in these coins is the uncirculated mint sets. And there's a reason for that, and that is they made uncirculated sets in 1970, the so-called P, D, and S mint sets. So they made, they had an envelope with two of them in it, and you'll probably recognize this by this point. Red for Denver, blue for Philadelphia, but they mixed some S's in here also. So let's take a look at the quarters in this mint set. All right, so there's the Philadelphia, and this is in really, really good shape. If we can kind of look at that. That is, you don't see any scratches or anything. If we look at the back of it, you see that, and it's hard to kind of get these sometimes, but you see that there are beautiful feathers all the way through in the legs and in between the legs here. You see that you can see the ribbon on the arrows here. You can see the arrowheads and arrow feathers really well, and you can just see popping off is this olive branch here. You can see the tuft coming out of the top of the eagle's head. The beak has a separate line there, and the eye looks just amazing on this one. See what I mean by this little tuft in the back coming out of the eagle's head? It's hard to see on coins this is anywhere at all. And see how this the beak comes down and there's a little separate line. This is a really, really good coin. However, this is not the star of the set. Let's look at the other Denver Mint coin quarter, and then we'll talk about the star of the sets. All right, so there's the Denver Mint, and you can see just even looking through the plastic, this is not quite as good a coin. We see a little scratch back here. We see and some of this is on the plastic, I know, but just a little bit of wear in here. This is the uncirculated sets. What they do is they actually pull them from the mint. They're not made in any special way. They're just pulled uncirculated. And sometimes some of the people that pull them from the mint really cherry pick them. And well, they always cherry pick them, but sometimes they do a really, really good job. And you see that this one from the Denver Mint, not quite as a cherry coin, but let's look at, oh, the back looks pretty good though, doesn't it? Let's tip this up a little bit because it's still in the plastic and you get these coins in the way. There we go. And let's get this light out of the way a little bit. And this has great feathers on it here too. See the feathers, how they come between legs? This might have even more definition on the back. So this has a really good back. The other one has a really good front. If we put the two of them together, we just have an MS 66 or 67, but you need the back and the front. But what I was saying was in these mint sets, so a mint set from 1970, you wouldn't think it'd be that expensive. It sold for $250 initially, but they are between $20 and $50 to get this mint set. Why are they between $20 and $50? Well, they made 2 million of them with the P's, the D's, and the S's. And you see this is a D penny. Let me show you the other two pennies that were in the Philadelphia side. This is a Philadelphia penny. And then underneath here is a San Francisco mint penny. Well, some of these they made with a larger date, and some they made with a small date. If you can find a small date version of these, the uncirculated set is worth $50. If you find the large date version of these, the uncirculated set is worth $20. So look for the uncirculated sets in 1970. What about the actual circulated coins? Well, we've got a couple of them here, and you can see that the mint marks are not fantastic, but they are readable. In 1970, they made 136 million at Philly, and they made 417 million at Denver. So if you can get this in an MS-65, you're talking $12 to $15. And if you get the Denver Mint one in an MS-65, you're talking $6. And if you get just the quarter from 1970, which is an S quarter, if you can find the S quarter from 1970, which is in the hard-covered mint set, that's worth just a couple dollars. The beauty's going to be those pennies, the large date and small date sets from 1970. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World. If you're going to collect these, not going to be much value unless you have incredibly good condition on them. There are no MS-68s that I know of. So if you find this in a really, really good condition, send it in to get it graded, because the highest they've gone is 67 and 67 plus. And if you get either one of these in a 67 plus, you're talking about a couple $1,000s. The estimate on PCGS, a 67 plus, is probably $2,600 or more dollars. So look for these. Look for them in really good condition. But also look for the uncirculated sets. Have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.